Hello my dear kids, I hope all of you are happy and safe. So welcome to our maths class. So today we are going to practice chapter number 13, the longest step. Page number is 104. So I suggest you keep your book with you and just follow our video. So let's start. Well, I have a story for you. That is, there were three friends and they were deer, a rabbit and an elephant, and one day they made a plan. That was, deer told that let us see who crossed the stone bridge first. Then rabbit told that yes, it will be fun. But elephant was very upset. Why? Because he told that but both of you run first, I move slowly. I know that one of you would cross the bridge first. I don't want to play the game. As we know that elephant can't run very first. So he was very upset. As they were friends, so rabbit changed the rule. He told that don't worry, let's make a rule. We will not run, we will walk. So they changed their rule, they decided to walk. Okay. So they started the game and surprisingly elephant won the game. But how? How is it possible? Because elephant footstep is bigger than their other two friends, that is deer and rabbit. Okay. So from this story I have two questions for you. So let us see. So my first question is, can you tell why the elephant won? Yes, we all know that elephant takes the bigger footstep and elephant footstep is bigger than other two animals. So naturally elephant will reach the ending point first than the other two. So here we can write that elephant takes bigger step. Okay. My next question is, who takes the bigger step? And the answer will be an elephant, because from the story there are only three animals, a deer, a rabbit and an elephant, and from them there elephant takes the bigger step. We know that. Very simple answer. An elephant. Okay. You also act out this story in your classroom with help of your other friends. Okay. So next we will go to our next activity. Okay. So here one girl is sitting on the table and one boy is standing beside the table, and he said that I sit here. That's mean he sit on the table, but he will find out how far my friend is sitting. He will find out how far his friend is sitting. So he will know the distance between his friend. Okay. So here we see that his right leg is before than the left leg. So whenever he will start his walking, he start from his right leg, then he steps his left leg. So this is one step. Okay. And by continuing this process, he will reach to his friend. So here is one step and here is the another step. Here is also another step, and then he will reach to his friend. So if we count that, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, right? 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. So his friend is sitting 4 steps far from him. Okay. Your next activity is Make a group of 3-4 friends. Find out by drawing lines whose step is the longest. So in your classroom you must have friends, and some of have longest footstep and other has smallest footstep. So you already know in your other chapter the line, type of line. So there are standing line, sleeping line, etc. So you easily count or easily measure the length of your friends and also your footstep, which is the bigger one and which one is the smaller. Okay. So by this process you can easily make a easily solve this activity. Okay. So next, go to the next one. Your next activity is find out the distance between the door and any window of your class. So in your classroom you can see many windows and one or two door. So you will select one door and one window. Okay, and find out the distance between them or find out the length between them. So you know that how you find out this? By footstep. Okay, by footstep or by measuring tape. So you can find out by footstep. Okay, I suggest you can find out by footstep. How many footsteps are there in between a door and a window. Next activity is the board and where you are sitting. So every day you don't sit a selected position, I think. You sit anywhere in your classroom or any benches in your classroom, and it must be some distance from your board. So find out the distance between the board and where are you actually sitting. Okay, and you find out this by footstep. By adding your footstep or by count your footstep, you can easily know that the distance between your bench and the blackboard. Okay. Now I want to tell you about some medium. By using this medium, so we can find out the length of an object. Okay. So there are some medium. First one is handspan. Okay, this is called handspan. It is just like this. Okay, and start counting from our thumb finger and till our little finger. So this is a handspan. So, and whenever we can find out the length of some object by using handspan, we can easily use by this process. One handspan, two handspan. Okay, then three handspan. Next, four handspan. Okay. Okay. Next, go to the finger width. This is the width of our palm or finger. So we can easily count the length of an object using this finger width by this process. One finger width, two finger width, or three finger width, or one finger width, two finger width, three finger width. Okay. Next, so next we will go the next measurement method, that is cubit or arm length. Okay, that is from here to here. Okay, we can find out any long type of, find out the length of any long thing, that is 1. Now from here we start counting. Okay, like this. So this is called, next one, this is called the leak. That means the distance between our these two fingers. Okay, if I want to measure the length of this marker pen, so I can using my link. Next, that is known as pace or foot length. I already tell you this type of measuring medium. Okay, I want to see you another thing, that is, these are my two legs. I start working from my right leg and then my left leg, right? So this is one step. Then 1, 2. So this is 2 step. By counting this stepping method or this footstep method is known as pace. So these all are the measuring medium, okay, but this is not the standard unit because it is differ from person to person. Let we know about the standard unit, okay. Now we know something about the accurate measurement, that is the standard unit, okay. So in this standard unit it is divided by two things. That first one is ruler. We all know what is ruler. We naturally called it as scale or ruler. We can find out the length of any object using this ruler very easily, and we start counting from 0 and the upper one. Then like this, it start from 0 and continue till 13, okay. So it is 13 centimeter long. And the other one is meter and centimeter. When we find out the length of an bigger object, then we can using this meter unit, okay. And in case of smaller things, we can use centimeter unit, and meter is denoted by m and centimeter is denoted by cm, okay. Okay. The using of ruler or centimeter is not in this chapter. You will learn about it on the other chapter, okay. There are some items. First one is a bat, second one a book, third one is a table, and on the table there is a pencil or pen, a eraser, a sharpener, and under the table there is a matchstick. So my first question is, can you use a hand span to find the length of all these? So I start from number 1, that is the bat. The size of a bat is bigger, we know that. So we can easily find out the length of a bat by using our hand span, okay. By using our hand span, okay. Next one is book. So I have a diary with me and it's just like a book. So I can find out the length of the diary by using hand span. My 1 hand span and 2 hand span. The length of my diary is or book is 2 hand span, okay. Or we all know that the size of a table is big, so we can easily find out the length of the table by using hand span. But matchstick, pencil, eraser, sharpener are smaller. So I have also matchstick. So I can't find out the length of a matchstick by using hand span because it is too smaller to measuring. I can find out the length by using my finger, right? The same case is for the same thing. I have a pen with me, but I can't measuring by hand span, okay. So my answer is no, I can't measuring the length of all the things by using hand span, okay. Which things around you are less than your hand span? I have so many things around me which are lesser than my hand span. Like this, I have pen, okay, I have battery, or in this picture I have eraser, sharpener, matchstick, etc. Okay. So this is another activity. I draw here 2 mud house. One is the bigger mud house or big mud house and another one is small mud house. So if I ask you that measuring the length of this mud house by using hand span, can you you measure it by your hand span? Yes, you can easily measure it because the length of a mud house is big than the other object. Okay, so this mud house is bigger than the smaller mud house. Okay, so this is the bigger and this is the smaller mud house. Okay. My next activity is, there are two coconut trees. The tall tree or the length of the tall tree is 6 meter. And my question is, how high the smaller tree? So we find out the height of the smaller tree. Okay. So we see that the smaller tree is half of the bigger one. So you can easily divide 6 by 2 and the height will be 3 meter. Okay. So the height of the smaller tree is 3 meter. Okay. So go to the next activity. Here I write some object, that is glass, bucket, your hand, teacher's table. So your task is find out the length of this object or the height of this object. First you can guess this height or length, then write the ultimate result here. Okay. So first one is glass. I think the height of a glass is 1 hand span. So let's check. So here I have a glass. Okay. So 1 hand span, I can't measuring it 1 hand span. So my measuring is wrong. I find I can measure it by finger width. Okay. So it is 1 finger width. Okay. So here I write my guess is wrong, hand span is wrong, and right answer is 1 finger width. Okay. Next one is bucket. So I can easily find out the length of the bucket by using hand span. So my guess is it is 3 hand span. So let us check. I have a bucket here. So if I measuring it by my hand span, then it is 1 hand span, 2 hand span, but I can't measuring it by properly. But if I measuring it by my cubit, so it can easily measurable. So bucket is 1 cubit. Okay. It is also wrong. It is 1 cubit. Your hand, that is my hand. How I measure my hand? If I using a matchstick, so I can easily measure it. So I have a matchstick here. So by this process, 1, here I put 1, then 2, okay, then 3, okay, 4, 5 matchstick. Okay. My result is 5 matchstick. Or also I guess it correct. First I said that I can measure my hand using matchstick. Okay. Next, teacher's table. So I know that teacher's table is also a large item. I don't have any teacher's table now. So I can guess it. I can guess it by, I measure teacher's table by our cubit portion. Okay. So my cubit. So it have 2 or 3 cubit. I also write here another 3 things, that is your nose, water bottle and your hair. So if this is your homework, you will do it or find out this length at your home. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, so now let's discuss the cat's food, rat or milk. So here I draw a hut, mud hut, a cat, a rat and a bowl of milk. Okay, so my first question is distance between rat and milk. I mean find out the distance between rat and milk. So here the rat is not so far from the milk, so I can find out by my fingers like this. From this, that mean inch. Okay, so here 1 inch, then from here I draw point, then starting from here 2 and from here, that is 3 inch. Okay, next distance between cat and rat. So here the cat is sitting here and rat is sitting here. So I find out by this finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the distance between cat and rat is 7 inch. Okay, now find out the distance between the cat and milk. 1, 2, 3, 4 inch. I find the measure of this, find the distance of these two things by using inch. Okay, or using my finger. What will cat reach first? We know that the distance between the cat and the milk is 4 inch and the distance between cat and rat is 7 inch. So from there we know that cat will reach the milk first. Okay, then the answer will be milk. Okay. Next question is, can rat save itself and how? Yes, we all see that there is a heart on the upper one or the another side of a board. So whenever the cat will catch the rat, then the rat is going to the hat and it save itself. Okay. Enter the hut. Enter the hut and it will save itself. Okay. Next, how long the rat's tail? So here I draw a tail like structure and it is, imagine that it is rat's tail. So we can find out how long it is. So this is 1, 2, 3, 3.5 inch long. 3.5 inch long. Okay, I measure it by my fingers. Okay, who has the longer whisker? So we all know that rat has the longer whisker than cat. Both of the animals have whisker, but rat has the longer whisker. Okay, so the answer is rat. Okay, this is the time for measure and draw. So here I also draw a stone like structure. So imagine it is a stone, an ant and it is a monkey. Okay, so my first question is, draw a leaf 2 fingers away from the stone. So this is a stone, 2 fingers away means 1, 2. So here I draw a leaf. Okay. My second question is draw a banana 5 matchstick away from the monkey. Okay. So this is a monkey. I have a matchstick here. So I put it here. 1, 5 matchstick away. They want to draw 5 matchstick away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I draw here a banana. So this is a banana. So this is a banana. Okay. My second question is draw a kite 7 fingers away from the stone. 7 fingers. So I start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw a kite here. Kite, okay. Next, draw a cloud 3 matchstick away from the kite. So I have no space here. So I start counting from here. 1, 2, 3. Here I draw a cloud. Okay. Draw a bird 4 fingers away from the banana. So here 1. Okay. First I remove this, all of the dots. So draw a bird 4 fingers away from the banana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I draw a bird-like structure. My last question is draw yourself anywhere on the page and find out how far you are from the monkey's nose. Okay. So if I draw me on here, this is me and the monkey's nose is here. So I count it, start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inch. Okay. Well, now I am right here some of my body parts. This is my face, my arm, my forehead, my nose, my ear. And now I can find out the length of all this with my finger, with using of my fingers. Start from my face. My face is 1 handspan long. Okay. 1 hand span long. My arm, okay. My arm is not as long as my leg. See, my leg is longer. Okay. My arm is not as long as my leg. Next, my forehead. My forehead is about 4 fingers width long. Okay. 4 fingers long. Okay. Next, my nose. My nose is 1 inch, then 2 inch. Next, my ear. My ear is 1 lick long. Okay. So here I measure the things using of my hand span, my finger width, my fingers, my leg, etc. So are you agree with me? Okay, so if you are agree with me or if you don't agree with me, then please comment me in this video. So dear kids, it's all for today. We will see again in another new lesson. So take care yourself and thank you.